Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Mashayak coming at y'all with a quick edifying video through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. So I stumbled upon this article going into marijuana users are 6 times more likely to have a heart attack, according to a new study. And like always, I'm going to go through this article. I've got one precept lined up, and I've also got another tab open going into the damages that smoking does to your temple, your body. So let's hop right into it. So it says a new study of 4.6 million people found that cannabis users were more like to experience heart failure, strokes, and cardiac arrest. And I'm gonna give a little testimony on myself. I used to smoke weed like it was going out of style. I used to smoke weed so much, and I already know for you brothers and sisters that used to smoke weed as well, but don't anymore. You always heard that saying that if you cough super hard, then that's a good sign that that's some good weed that you got. That stupid, wicked folly that stoners would say to each other. I used to actually believe the strain that made you cough the hardest, like you about to die, is the best weed that you should always smoke, but it's actually your body telling you to stop smoking. That's the whole reason of your body coughing so violently when you smoke, because you're not a damn chimney. Smoke is not supposed to be in your body. Any type of smoke, cigarette smoke, weed smoke, any smoke is not supposed to be in your body. But let's continue. So it says young marijuana users are 6 times more likely to have a heart attack than those who abstain from the drug, according to a new study that analyzed data from more than 4.6 million people. It says the study followed adults younger than 50 who didn't have any comorbidities from 2010 to 2018, according to research that was pre-published to the journal JACC Advances. It says the study found evidence linking cannabis use to adverse cardiovascular events, including myocardial infarction, ischemic stroke, HF, heart failure, and mortality. And it says specifically cannabis users were 6 times more likely to have a heart attack, 4 times more likely to have an ischemic stroke, 2 times more likely to experience heart failure, and the risk of death from cardiovascular problems, heart attack, or stroke was tripled. And it says cannabis use appears to pose a substantial and independent risk for these outcomes, even in a population without traditional cardiovascular risk factors. The study said these findings suggest cannabis as a novel and under-recognized risk factors for cardiovascular diseases. The study-led author, Dr. Ibram Kamil, a clinical instructor at the Boston University Chobanian and Avicenna School of Medicine and Internal Medicine, resident at St. Elizabeth Medical Center in Boston, said doctors should ask about a patient's cannabis use to get a better understanding of their cardiovascular health. It says a policy level, a fair warning should be made so that the people who are consuming cannabis know that there are risks, he said, according to the outlet. It was not specified if the cannabis consumption was via smoking or edibles. And let's hop into the precept that I got. So 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 17 says, if any man defile the temple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, him shall Yahweh Bashem Yahushai destroy. For the temple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is Kodash, holy, which temple ye are. And that's talking specifically to the Israelites. so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Not talking about nobody else, because we're the only people that could be holy and set apart due to the covenant that our forefathers had with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. No other nation can be Kodash, holy. So with that, let's hop into the effects that smoking has on the body real quick. So it says smoking significantly harms nearly every organ and system in the body, increasing the risk of numerous diseases, including cancer, heart disease, and lung disease, and impacting overall health and well-being. Respiratory system, the lung damage. Smoking damages the lungs, leading to conditions like emphysema, chronic bronchitis, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Increased risk of lung cancer, reduced lung function, infections, alveolar damage, increased risk of heart disease, high blood pressure and heart rate, blood clot formation, narrowed arteries, cancer, reproductive health, skin and teeth, immune system, bone health, cognitive function, secondhand smoke. So this just goes to show you that smoking, period, is wicked as all hell, because you're literally killing yourself. You're destroying your own body. But with that, Yasharala, I pray our brothers and sisters were edified with this quick lesson. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Wakak Wadash. Shalom.